just change. Can't take that away. I know you're obsessed with me. That's why.
Who is Cristela?
Cristela is strong, kind, goofy, intelligent, talented, and...
Alright, y'all. Welcome to It's Manda2ory Confessionz, where our confessions are real conversations. Today, we got another special guest. Who do we got here?
Cristela, hi.
Alright, we got Cristela. Cristela, where you from?
I am Cameroonian, but I currently live in the DMV in Maryland.
Yeah. How did you like growing up in the DMV and being Cameroonian? Like, how was that lifestyle?
It wasn't good. I guess because of being in the public school system, I could feel like it was kind of annoying. I would say everyone would be like, your accent, or how I would say something. So now as an adult, whenever it's I can't hear your accent, I'm like, yeah, bullying.
I'm sure the world want to know what you're about, how your upbringing was, and just how amazing you are, right? And I appreciate that, man. Let's clap it up. All right, y'all. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's talk about it, right? So right now in life, right, what state of mind are you in life? Like dealing with work, friendships, and relationship. How's that going?
It's going pretty well. I'm learning patience. And while I'm learning patience, I'm also allowing myself to learn how to succeed in my slow phases or my low phases.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's been a learning experience, losing friends, but accepting that loss, gaining friends, gaining new opportunities that I didn't really think about. It's just been blessings.
Hey, that's good. And I seen you do a little bit of modeling. How that's going for you?
And modeling is awesome. I started a year ago. Once I got out of a relationship, and I wanted to also live by myself. I felt like every single time I lived with people, it was for my safety or because I was a girl and I believed everything everyone else said. Then now I was like, okay, if I can live by myself, if I can get my bio degree, that's everything everyone else wanted, you know? Now let me do something I want. So modeling has been that.
So modeling is basically not, I would say your safe space, but make you feel like you.
Yeah. Literally, yeah.
That's amazing. Growing up, I feel as a kid, you just think modeling is just walking a runway or something like that, next top model, stuff like that. But actually you being in it, so how has that been? What's the pros and cons of it?
I would say the pros are confidence. I would say it also allows you to be a person that you literally want to be like. I don't come in that room thinking about what happened today or I'm literally the girl who's wearing a ball gown that day, or a wedding dress, or had some streetwear, something completely different. And that is where my mind can wander off to. Another thing is you get to meet so many people, and the modeling path can put you in different things. I went to full modeling. I didn't know I was gonna get music videos. I didn't know I was get shows or invites to out of state stuff, or hopefully soon out the country. So stuff like that. It's just it just goes different ways. I would say the cons are, I could say, body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
You go into a place where maybe you were doing it because of a love for it. Then you also want to be a growing model, so you accept critiques.
Yeah.
And critiques can lead to looking at other people and not necessarily understanding where you are, just not understanding what's special about you compared to another model.
Some ways they try to change the way you look, and then that's when people become what you mean? I look good, but to them it's just it's not enough.
Agreed. Yeah.
So does that mess with your mental sometimes, or is just
yeah, a lot of models that I meet always are we'll go to castings or we'll do a lot of shows, and it'll be an outburst of us all doing something, then one drop, and when you talk to them later, it's oh, I needed a break. And I feel like I'm finally in that stage where I need a break too. So I'm starting to understand it. It's not really necessarily that you're not passionate about what you do. It's that what you do does come with repercussions, and understanding that the losses are gains. And that's really difficult to understand when you see other people around you that also love it as much get in a higher place at times.
So for you, is it like about the money, or is it just about like the learning experience? Then the money will come for you.
I think that's another con because there's really no money.
For real?
I feel like
Damn.
the money can be there now. Like I feel like like I said, I've been doing this a year, and it went from doing it because I really loved it. Then the money came, and the money has been like a surprise. Like I would say, because how do I say, like, because when it comes to that aspect, you don't get to decide that unless you have a portfolio that can like debate it.
Yeah. And I feel as though, like, you know how people be like, they're models and models. I feel like you're not a model, in my perspective, I feel like you're not a model until you're really like up there. You feel what I'm saying? You're really up there. So I feel as though, like, if you're taking 2-3 pics, I wouldn't say, just don't put yourself on social media saying I'm a model, right? Really get into it, and then eventually when that time comes and people like represent you or see you as a model, that's good. But like if you're still in developmental stage, you don't gotta say you a model. Just say that I'm taking pictures, but eventually I'll get to that model status, right?
I disagree with you on the statement because, yeah, I think I'm at the model status because oftentimes I kept saying it like I'm trying my best or I'm, maybe here or I could be trying. But I think now that I accepted that I'm a model, I become more professional. I become in a place where it moves me way faster than someone that's quote unquote thinking about development. It's pretty much based off of your comfort. I would say, like, I know models that are still models that only do print and only pictures, and that print stuff is not always out there. Runway shows, a lot of models go, oh, I would never do that. I don't do every show. And I get that. That's true. But that is still opportunities that gain you a lot of further to getting into your modeling. So, yes, you can do different things and put yourself out there, but it's really just based off of who you meet and how you can go from there.
Okay. I understand that. So what keeps you going, though? Like, what keeps you going every day to say, let me just keep doing this?
I would say God. Like, I prayed about modeling. And, like, I was one of the models that did do the pictures for years. Like, since high school, it would be someone who hits me up on Instagram. Let's take pics. And I'm like, oh, sure. But that's as far as it would go for me. And this year, I just prayed. I just prayed about everything I really wanted to do and what I wanted to get into. And I also used my support system and my friends to tell them. And then I had friends that took pictures. I had friends that knew people.
Yeah.
And I had friends that were like, nah, we're going to get you up there. So, yeah, I would say all that. God and all the people around me.
So in the modeling, sometimes they do scam. Have you ever come across a scamming person that'd be like, oh, wow, he just did this to me or she just did it to me?
Yeah, twice, yeah. And my first gig was a scam, very bad one. And yeah, they were finessing, like they were like, oh, we're going to get you up here, we're going to get you up here, we're going to... Static, silence, nothing. And my next one, I feel like it was a runway show where he preyed upon like the models that didn't know their skills or didn't understand, like, you don't have to be paying for stuff. So people who he felt like were on the weaker side of modeling, he was like, pay me $500 and I'll get you VIP and make sure your family sees you because you really don't have what it takes, but maybe this little show could help. And I thought that was absurd.
Damn, so he tried to belittle you and then try to finesse you. Hey, that guy out there, you're OC for that. I ain't gonna lie. What's a message for the upcoming like models out there? Like, what do you got to tell them, like, how to properly work your way through this modeling industry?
I would say talk to the models. I would say that in the DMV, I don't know about a lot of other places. There are a lot of people that are modeling and don't have a system. And because they communicate with other models such as myself, or when I did it myself, we made a community. So for our safety especially, because scams are maybe really the least of your worries. It could be a dangerous setting. So we had created a community, group chats, where castings are posted for, whoever goes somewhere and be like, hey, this is an apartment.
Yeah.
We all not going.
So y'all, that's good though. So y'all working as a group and be like, nah, yeah, I don't think you should do this because I went through this, so don't do this.
And yes, and that's what that group chat is. And there's so many other chats like that where if you talk to models, they will help you out in that, where someone would be like, hey, this photographer asked me to take pictures. Does anyone work with them? And the person could be like, nah, he wasn't right. And I'm like, period. That's it. That's all.
Nah, that's phenomenal. And I feel like that correlates in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, the more you work together as one, it's going to work out better, right? Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Let's get to the life stages and the life motivation, right? Pain. We all go through it. Some of us love it, some of us hate it.
Yeah.
Why is pain necessary?
Pain is necessary so you can understand what joy and happiness really feels like. I feel like if you experienced it as a kid or you experienced it, a lot of us crave that previous feeling. And the only reason we crave it is through that pain. And we understood the value of it now.
Yeah.
So when it does happen, you're like, oh my gosh, it's finally here. Like, so I think not only is it inevitable, but it's also something that's really necessary for growth and like really becoming who you need to be. Like it's what me and my sister say is yin and yang. It's supposed to happen in order for, like, if for this part to go up, one part has to go down. So we are human beings that have to experience yin and yang.
I definitely understand that, man. Pain, I say for me personally, pain has got me through a lot, right? In the beginning, it's like, damn, like, why is this happening? But then through that progress, I feel as though is the best thing. So the progress is basically at a time of you waiting. And that's what we call faith, right? So faith is basically a successful route of what you're not seeing. So in that progress of pain, it brings that faith, which brings that success. I became the best person I am right now through pain.
Yeah.
I love it.
I agree.
And I feel as though the people out there, like, if pain or like something conflicting happens to you, just take it on the chin. Because at the end of the day, something good is going to come out of it. You know what I'm saying? Don't always just don't let the pain take over. Once you let the pain take over, it's like, damn, it got you. And then now you're thinking of different dumb stuff to do or who you're not, or you just belittling yourself.
When I moved out and I really got myself to my feet, because I had 3 jobs when I was in school. And then when I started pursuing stuff that were outside of like that realm, pain came and I was really broke. I had no money. And I remember telling myself, if I can learn how to save money, because I should have never had no money.
Yeah.
And I can learn how to really stay down, when the money comes, it's going to be a lot more abundant. And like now I'm in that position and I'm like, yeah,
you feeling
I feel
good.
Calm. Yeah.
That's that progress. That's what I'm saying. Like they say, pressure, you know what I'm saying, makes diamonds.
Yeah.
So you got to go through that pressure before you see the other light on the other side. Man, that's wonderful. So let's get down into the relationship status of your life, right? I know the ladies or the men would love to hear this, right? So how do you feel, right, about a guy wanting time in a relationship?
Time is really good. I had a relationship that had too much time. And I would say it did a lot more damage. So time is really good if you want time with your significant other, but too much time, like separation is really necessary, because then one could leech on the other, not understanding that they're doing that, and like drain their partner. Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like time is necessary because sometimes, like, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes your significant other can be annoying sometimes. Let's be honest, right? It can be annoying sometimes, so it's just like just give me my time to relax. Let me clear my mind so I don't have to yell at you. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to do nothing stupid, and then now we get in an argument, now you want to break up, right? So just give me that time. Don't think I'm doing something stupid, but just give me that time to just understand myself and be like, all right, let me, Barry, I'm just speaking for myself. All right, let me just control myself. Let's get to a mutual agreement. Let's work on, you know what I'm saying? Let's work it out. Ladies and men, man, give your significant other some good time. There's nothing wrong with that. Too much time together, it's like back and forth. Something's going to happen. Something's going to explode.
Yeah, unfortunately, and it doesn't have to be like that, but it's not based off, if you can understand that you're doing too much time and just do it at your own pace of whatever you feel comfortable, like, hey, I need 2 seconds, that's cool. But if you can't understand that there's too much time, you want to understand that it's eating up at you, that you're not individually doing something for yourself.
Gratefully respect that, man. And I would say, like, some hobbies that you do, like, what do you do? I like going out going to parties or, you know what I'm saying, time to time, do little fun activities. What type of hobbies do you like to do?
I do like literally everything I want.
I understand that, man. I mean, I do try like, for me, I try to try like every activity. Like I want to try everything, right? Because you only get one life. You might as well try it. Take a risk. Leap for it. Go for it. You feel what I'm saying? All right. So since, right, you African.
Yeah.
I'm Caribbean, right? Who would you say, like, in the party, who has the best waistlines, Africans or Caribbeans?
I wish you didn't say what I was. But I would say Caribbeans.
Yeah.
But I kind of like really want to mention, like, in French it's like coupe music. Like when that French music comes on, I would say our men really get it. Like you don't even have to learn how to wind your waist to match with our men. I feel like when I dance with like Caribbean men, even though it can be natural because I'm also like foreign, I would say it's probably difficult when I see my American friends try to dance with like a Caribbean guy because they're like, oh, maybe I should throw ass. But with like us, we already grab you and we moving with you.
Yeah.
Like, so I would say Caribbean.
Bomber clap.
Only because it's a lot more gyrating.
Yes, sir.
Shoulders. Hips.
Now bring them together.
Bring them together.
Now do it like this.
Well, go on mute.
But if you want to really dance and like get romantic, yeah, get you an African.
All right, man. So you would say Caribbeans.
Yeah.
All right, man. Caribbeans, man. You see, we got the debate 1-0. We up. Let's keep it going, man. All right. So now we're going to get right to our speed question. Bari speed question section. So we're going to get to it, right? I'm going to just throw you some topics. You're going to go off of it, and then it's going to be your answer. All right. Steak or suya?
Suya.
Movies or shows?
Shows.
WizKid or Burna Boy?
WizKid.
Wow. Don Julio or Henny?
Henny.
Wow. Glorilla or Sexy Red?
Sexy Red.
And this is the final and loving question. Bari or Michael B. Jordan?
Michael B. Jordan.
All right, y'all. hey, this is a great It's Mandatory Confession. We're out of here. One love.
But wait, there's more.
That was smooth.
All right, we good. All right, so I'm gonna go first, and then you just gonna go after me, huh? And how you say your name, Christella?
Christella.
Christella.